everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. This is what they will say this time again: wonders shall never end. A young Nigerian man has impregnated the wrong person. This is a guy who has now come out openly to say he has impregnated his own mother-in-law. Isn't that very, very strange? And he shared this openly, saying that he had an affair with his mother-in-law and that his mother-in-law was introduced to him while he was still engaged to his wife. However, he said he started sleeping with her after they met at an entertainment spot with other friends. They all went out together. They all went out, but he now met his mother-in-law in that same place they went to hang out. And that was where he started having an affair with her. And he said that the man who disclosed that he was also drunk as of that time said he was shocked after he learned that his mother-in-law went ahead to have the baby, which she pinned on her own husband. See how dicey this whole thing can be. So after the mother-in-law now discovered that she was even pregnant, she now went to tell her own husband, that's his father-in-law, that the child belongs to him. And this guy also revealed that when he asked his mother-in-law why she had the baby, that she said she took the decision because her husband had always resented her because she had only a female child. And the man expressed that he was sad knowing that his son is now his own brother-in-law. You see how this whole thing can be very, very dicey. What kind of a messy thing is this? And then the mother-in-law, knowing that this is your daughter's husband, while they were even engaged, that was when they started having their affair. And they never told the daughter anything at all. He kept on having an affair with his own mother-in-law. How can some men be like this? How could you to get to that point of having to have an affair with your own mother-in-law? This is just so terrible. And then the mother-in-law, how would you consent to having an affair with your own daughter's husband, knowing the consequences? These are things that wreck a home. These are things that destroy a home. And he kept it sealed away from his own wife. And the mother kept it away from her own daughter and from the husband. So it's just between the boy, that is her son-in-law, and herself. So just the two of them know that she got pregnant for him. And you can see how this whole thing happens in some part of Africa, where some men would now be pushing or driving their wives that if you've not had a male child, I can't do this for you, or this can't be done, or I will be deprived of this until you have a male child. You can hear what the mother-in-law is saying. The mother-in-law is saying that she had to keep the baby because it's a boy. And her own husband has been itching to have a son. And her own husband was treating her badly because she only had one female child, which is the wife to her son-in-law. And when she discovered that she was pregnant and realized it was a boy, she decided that she was going to keep the baby. And now her own husband, who is living with her, thinks that the child in the house is his. But you know, sometimes this whole thing usually backfires in a very, very wrong way. So right now, it's just a secret between the mother and the son-in-law. And how do you think that this son-in-law would not come out one day to now tell the wife that this is what happened, or he may not tell his wife. He may go now and now request for his son from the mother-in-law. And then at that point, what happens? And you think the father-in-law would take it lightly when he gets to find out that his own wife got pregnant for his own son-in-law? Isn't this very messy? Why will two matured people go into an act, horrible act? The woman didn't even think of her daughter. She didn't even think of hurting her daughter or breaking her daughter's heart or ruining her daughter's marriage. That is even the major thing, because this kind of a thing can destroy a home completely. Because which lady would sit down and fold her arms and be very excited that her own mother is pregnant for her own husband? No woman will be comfortable with something like this or would even take it lightly. Some people will take very drastic decisions that would affect the husband, and she won't even mind that that's her mother. All she knows is that her mother has destroyed her home. I think her mother was also very, very selfish on the other hand, because if the mom wasn't selfish, she wouldn't have given in to this man in the first place, or she wouldn't have started the relationship, because it was a mutual agreement. It's not like anybody was forced. Both the son-in-law and the mother-in-law, they were all in agreement with the affair they started having. If she had thought of her daughter and thought of her daughter's peaceful, loving marriage, she wouldn't have done this. But all the mom was thinking about is herself, the pleasure she was having. To her, she was having fun, and she just kept on with it without even looking back, or even putting her daughter in a situation that didn't warrant all of this. Going back to what I said earlier, some men have now pushed their wife out there. You can imagine, all because of the quest for the husband to have a male child has now led his wife to carry out a horrible act like this, even though she knew what she's doing is wrong. But right now to her is the happiness that she has finally given her husband a boy. But that should never be the case. Female children are as important as male children. I don't know why some people would say, I want my lineage to carry on, I want my name to go on, and all of this. But it is not necessary at all. I know, yes, in some places, especially when they are royals, they are from a royal home, you can't crown a female to take over the throne. And then that is why in those kind of places, they trying to ensure that they sought for a way to have a male child, because that's the only person that can take on the succession on the throne. But when it is not in that kind of a situation, it's not a royal home, then that is where you would see that whether you have a female child or it's all female and no male, you would not even be bothered about anyone taking over any form of throne. Men, please, children are gifts from God. Whether a female or a male, they are all created by the same God. So men, please stop this, especially those men that are very good at this particular part, in the sense that they would hit on the fact the wife has not given them a male child. And don't forget one thing. The women are not the makers of babies, but God makers of the baby. Why is it that when some women don't give birth to the particular kind of person they're looking for, men, please tend to appreciate your female daughters. For those that don't appreciate them, learn to accept whatever God has blessed you with. Remember that there are some out there that don't even have one. And then when you have one, not because she's a female, you don't want to have anything to do with your wife or with the child. That should never be the case for any man at all. So those men that are out there and that have pushed their wives away all because they didn't give them a male child. So this is really, really messy. And who knows, maybe one day this son-in-law would now go back and meet the mother-in-law and say, I need my son. And it's not going to be good if his own wife now doesn't have a child, I think he would keep calm and then allow the mother-in-law to keep the child. That is where serious conflict will come in, because if he now decides to go, he has exposed his mother-in-law, and that is a secret that they have actually kept within themselves to remain like that. People should tend to think of consequences. Don't just be carried away with what you feel you are having fun, or you feel that it's your life and you decide. Certain things are not just right. No matter how much you feel that it's your life, how can a young man go and be sleeping with his own mother-in-law and the mother-in-law consented to it? Definitely, if the daughter gets to find out, the whole home will be upside down, because no woman would just be excited for her husband. Friends, please, what do you all think about this? Mother-in-law having an affair with her own son-in-law and even pregnant for him. And she feels very okay and comfortable, all because husband wants a male child and she has now given it to him. And then don't you think that in the long run this guy may come back for this child? Definitely it's going to come out in the open, because one thing or the other would lead to that. But you can come to imagine that this woman made up her mind that it's going to be her own son-in-law that she would have an affair with. Having an affair even outside her home is wrong. And the son-in-law having an affair outside his home, they are both completely wrong. There is nothing that would justify their action. This mom was just thinking of her own self, her satisfaction, her pleasure, and then pushed her own daughter aside. Well, who knows how it's going to turn out to be when the daughter eventually finds out. I'm sure that won't go down well at all. This guy was also just thinking of his own pleasure and his own satisfaction, and they were not thinking, none of them even thought of the woman married to her own son-in-law, that is her own daughter. How much pain would you want to give your child? Because if the daughter gets to find this out, I'm sure she will not want to have anything to do with her own mother anymore, because she'll feel her mother is meant to have her back, has now been the person that has wrecked and destroyed her own marriage. Please, people should be sensitive with other people's feelings too. When you want to carry out an act, think, how is it going to affect the other person next to you? When you are putting people into consideration before you take action, it will be very difficult for you to take very drastic decisions. It will be very difficult for you to take harmful decisions, because you are also considering other people first while you try to think of what to do. But it's so terrible that a mother-in-law will be having an affair with her son-in-law and then even having a child for him. That was the height of it. Well, whatever happens, I will definitely get you updated if the daughter eventually finds out. Obviously, we know that that would not go down well for any of them at all. Friends, please, if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today, to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube, and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's MathPa there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He is going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class, starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, MathPa, he is the teacher and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below, so please, you just click on that link and you will have access to MathPa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube, and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below, so you'll have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there. You can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to MathPa himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to MathPa's Tube Mastery class, and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you will really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.